You ready?
You know what it is.
Hit it.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Duck Squad podcast.
We're back.
Of course, you asked, we listened.
You all begged us, please upload another video or episode, please. And you know what? We do it for the fans.
Yeah, we want to thank y'all for supporting the first episode.
Thank you.
I got a silly partner in case you didn't notice, y'all.
I'm sorry, I've had a crazy past 2 hours.
We almost said make it.
Yeah, but we were supposed to start recording like a half hour ago, and I've just been having a meltdown. It's fine.
It's all good. We're going to soothe our souls with another episode, including Mr. Post Malone once again.
He's back, and we're back. What a coincidence. And he is releasing 9 more songs to his country album called F-1 Trillion, and he has called it F-1 Trillion Long Bed. He's doing it the long way.
That's a little inside joke in case you didn't. Probably not gonna get. But yes, Post Malone, he dropped a deluxe version the same day that he dropped the country album F-1 Trillion. So this is sort of like a continuation. The thing that you point out, that I wanted to point out.
Ooh, you're gonna steal it from me.
Oh no, well, go right ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's very important to point out that as opposed to the first album, which was almost entirely features, these 9 tracks are completely solo.
They're all solo. You don't hear nobody else. It's all Post.
All Post Malone. It's very different sounding, I would say, in comparison to the country that you get on the first half.
It really is. It almost sounds like a different album.
And honestly, I consider it a different album. When you do a deluxe, I think like at most 5 I would consider a deluxe. Anything more I see is either like an EP or like just an album, really.
Yeah.
So I kind of consider this version as just its own album.
Yeah, honestly. It has such a different vibe. Alright, I'm collecting my thoughts. I am shaking the sillies out. It's over. And I'm going to speak clearly this time. I'm going to have concise thoughts.
I got my mic a little further back so it doesn't sound as muffled for me.
We have improved so much.
We learned from our mistakes. We listened to the episodes, so we've learned where we went wrong.
One step at a time.
You know who that is this time? Say it. Say her name.
Jordan Sparks.
Say her name.
You got me all messed up now.
It's Jordan Sparks.
It's Jordan Sparks. I said that.
We'll review her album one day. Or one of her albums, because she has many.
Yeah. Also, if you don't know, we're the Duck Squad podcast. We didn't mention this in the beginning of the first episode because we forgot. We're a group. Even though there's only 2 of us speaking, there are 2 others in this group. Shout out. We basically just collect rubber ducks when we hang out. And then we just decided to call ourselves the Duck Squad.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she has said it all. That's why we do it. That's why we're called the Duck Squad podcast. That's why we're called the Duck Squad in general. Because we just love collecting the little rubber duckies.
We're all friends and we all have ducks.
Yeah, we wanted to stay tightly knitted with one another, so we chose to collect rubber ducks as a way of doing that. So, and it's been working. You know, I don't talk to a lot of people, but from leaving that job, but we've all stayed close together.
Yeah, we're a squad. All right, so Long Bed, all solo, 9 songs. Are we ready?
I'm ready. Let's get on into it.
Okay.
We have our first track, number 1, called "Fallen in Love." What did you think?
This is a great song to just release right on your first. It's a great song. We're starting. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm all thrown off. It's a great song to start your deluxe edition, quote unquote, album with.
She has her notes, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by.
I feel like "Fallen in Love" is like, it's kind of like the calm before the storm, because it's a nice gentle song to get into, to lead into all the rest of his solo songs. Because when you see all of these features on just F-1 Trillion, and then you go into F-1 Trillion Long Bed, and you're like, wow, these are solo songs. These are gonna sound so different, and so like you're gonna have really high expectations, and he kind of just eases you into it.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. This song, there's such a beauty to it in its simplicity. You know, sometimes you listen to music and You look for like the more complex sounds and more complex lyrics you dive into, but sometimes there's just a beauty in listening to something that's just very simple, very laid back, and that's exactly what this song is. The message is very straightforward. The sound of it, it's definitely a country song, but I almost also kind of got like a singer songwriter pop sound kind of sound to it. Like it kind of reminded me of like a, Kobe Calais, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like something she would write, or maybe like Jason Mraz. I kind of got that vibe from the song.
I could hear Jason Mraz singing this song.
It kind of gave me that vibe, and I'm a fan of them. And so, like, I was a fan of this song, of the sound, and he sounded really good on it. I think his vocals were very nice.
Yeah, this is a really good like signature post country era song because you can hear his signature kind of like style from when he sings, and it's not too country, but it's not too pop. It's a nice little easy middle ground for Post.
Yeah, Post has always found strength when combining other sounds with like a pop sort of flair. So I think that's what makes this song work so well, is that he's combining the country sound with the pop flair that we've all come to know and love from him as an artist. So I think that works really well here.
Yeah. What do you rate it?
I gave this song a rating about, I would say I'm kind of teetering towards 7 and 8. You know what? I'll say 8. I liked it. It was a nice start.
Okay, I was really nervous because before we started recording, you looked at my notes and you were like, this is not good. This is not going to be good. So I really wanted to know what you rated the first song.
Yeah, no, we'll get into that, what I had some problems with your notes going down the line, because I saw some things going down that I didn't care for. But I think here we are pretty much in agreement.
Okay, I'm glad, because I gave the song a 7 out of 10, and I feel a little relieved, but I'm very apprehensive right now.
No, we'll get into that a little bit. We're going to get into it, because we'll just get into it. But yeah, we pretty much have a good idea of what we like out of this song, so we can go ahead and move on to the next track. Number 2, it's called Dead at the Honky Tonk.
I love that word so much. Honky tonk.
You know what a honky tonk is?
I actually do. I had to look it up, actually, because I've spent like 20-some years just like not knowing what honky tonk meant, and
what have you been doing with your life? You don't know what a honky tonk is for 20-some years?
I've been wasting so much time. A honky tonk is a country style bar that are popular in the South and the Southwest, and they're called honky tonks because they get loud and rowdy, and there's like country music in the background through all of this.
And I would say that this song definitely does give off the vibe of a song that you would hear at a honky tonk. But why don't you go? Let's dive into it. What did you think?
This is probably my second favorite song on the Long Dead version because it's so fun. I love this song so much. This song would be so cool to hear live. Like, it's already pretty good just listening to it, like, through your earbuds or speakers or whatever. But, like, imagine hearing the song live and him just, like, yelling the words and, like, right when the chorus hits and, you know, when the last little pause. Imagine, like, before the beat drops in the chorus, I imagine, like, fireworks shooting out. I don't know, like, but I think this song would sound so cool live.
Oh, no, absolutely. This song with like a live band behind it, I think would be absolutely killer in a concert.
So good. Why didn't I go more in debt and just see him live? One of his first tour dates was like in our area. I hope that doesn't dox us too much.
But just don't say where we're from exactly. We didn't get a chance to see Post Malone, but I think after listening to the album over again, I think we kind of regret that.
Yeah, I honestly thought, like, when he posted something about it, he was like, oh, it's a collection of country songs. And I was like, well, I haven't even heard the album yet, and I don't know how I feel about it. So I don't know if I want to drop the money that I don't have already on these tickets if he's just going to be playing country. But then the album came out and I loved it and it was too late. And I already had bought other concert tickets, so it was too late. Sorry, Post Malone.
Don't worry, it's Post Malone. You know,
back.
He'll be on tour again. We'll see him. We'll get that opportunity.
Some songs were they were written to hear live. You know, some songs were meant to be listened to like in a club. Some songs were meant to be listened to just in your earbuds. This song was meant to be listened to live. I swear.
I definitely agree with that, and I think I probably would rate it a little bit higher hearing it live, because I definitely liked the song. I didn't think it was a bad song. I don't think it teeters in that sort of generic country sound that I was kind of worried about from the first half and kind of what we got on a few tracks. I just don't think that this flavor of country is particularly something that I enjoy very much in comparison to some of the other sounds that we've heard from Post Malone. I like that more laid back, that more old school sound country vibe. This definitely is a track that I think works well live. You can definitely hear it in a honky tonk. And I think that's best where it fits. It was written, I think, in sort of design for that kind of setting. Like I just think that's what it's meant for. So I'm fine with it. It's not one of my favorite tracks on this half. I definitely did enjoy it.
I can understand that. It definitely has that like rowdy feel to it that not everybody's gonna love. So that totally makes sense. I'm not hating on it.
No hate. Definitely no hate, but I probably, in terms of a rating, is going to be one of my lower ones. I'd give this one a 6 out of 10.
Ooh, okay. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Because I stand strongly on my statement. The song, if I heard the song live, it's probably going to be like a 10 out of 10 song. So it's already 9.5.
Well, see, that's another thing. I would have to see the actual performance. I don't think I can judge it fairly. I was going to say I don't know if I would definitely rank it higher, but I don't know if I'd give it a 10 out of 10. But I've never seen it perform live, so I don't think I can give that a fair judgment. So for right now, I'll just say 6 out of 10.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't know what you don't know. My boss says that a lot. She's great. When I don't know something, she doesn't panic or anything. She just goes, you know what? We don't know what we don't know. And it's fine, because then you'll learn. Or maybe you won't. It's fine.
That's a beautiful way of looking at it.
Thanks.
You ready to move on
I
to
say
the...
thanks as if it was my quote.
It's all good. But you gave the person credit.
I'm just having a silly day. It's Friday.
Yeah, we're recording this on a Friday, y'all.
I almost said the last song we recorded.
The lost song that you'll never hear.
The lost song. Our first episode we recorded on a Monday, and this week we're doing it on Friday because we ended up finishing up the editing really early, and I posted it Monday because I was manic instead of waiting to, I don't know.
We also want to try to keep a good schedule for you guys when it comes to releasing these episodes, so I think that's also why we kind of like jumped on trying to get this recorded real fast.
Yeah, trying to find consistency. It'll most likely be every 2 weeks, every week and a half to 2 weeks posting, because there's no way we can record and edit and upload every single week. I don't know how people do that normally. Like, maybe if it was their full-time job, sure.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people, they do like little podcasts and stuff like this, and like, yeah, they get paid for it, and that they make a living off that.
Good for them.
But we have to have 9 to 5s, unfortunately, right now.
9 to 5. I got a 9 to 9. I work 12 hours a day sometimes. I'm tired.
It's a working woman right here, y'all.
Oh.
But make sure y'all share this with your friends so that we can like get some payment out of this. So I don't have to do my 9 to 5. I hate my job. I'm
he
just
hates
kidding.
Dolly Parton. No, he doesn't.
Oh no, I love Dolly. What you talking about?
If you listen to the first episode, you know I just lied.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah.
That's my girl.
I'm sorry.
How
It's
dare
just a
you?
joke.
It's okay. I'm getting a little riled up because the next track we're going to get into, this is where things are about to go down.
Oh. Ooh.
This is where I read the notes. I was like, okay, something's not right here. So next track, number 3, it's called Kill the Man.
Actually, we're skipping the song right now because
No.
I'm scared.
No, we're not.
Okay.
We got to get into this bad boy.
Fine.
Tell the people what you thought, I guess. We have fun.
Where's your quote? Where's your quote from the beginning of episode 1?
What quote? I don't remember. What you mean you don't remember?
Okay.
We have and we love opinions. We have opinions and we accept opinions. That's it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, go ahead with your opinion that I guess I accept.
Okay. I'm like crying. I'm like shaking.
She's nervous.
I'm nervous. So... Stop.
I'm not doing anything. I'm giving you your space.
You're laughing at me. So, Killed a Man, I can understand why the song is so powerful for people and why it's such a meaningful song. I just really don't vibe with it personally. Okay, take it easy. It's just one sentence. It's just not my vibe because of the way he tells the story on. If he had told it like in the first person, I probably would have liked it more. But he keeps saying I killed a man, and he's talking about himself, which just the third person thing doesn't really. I don't really care for it. But it's only my opinion, okay? It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay to have wrong opinions.
I guess it's fine to have a wrong opinion, okay? Listen. The song is really powerful, though, because the song, it signifies how much Post Malone has grown. He's quit and overcome, like, addiction, maybe gaslighting, because in the lyrics it says something about he tells me lies or tell me lies, or he
can't look me in the mirror, can't tell me no more lies, right?
Yes, thank you. He says he's found Jesus, so he's found a belief system that helps him overcome any like troubles. He's just grown so much as a person, and he's changed so much, which is wonderful. And it's so great to hear and witness artists becoming better. Why are you like tense? I'm saying nice things.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. It's just I can't vibe with the song because I just don't really get into songs like that are just the way it was told in that third person. Like I just can't do it. So I had to give it like a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
You are tripping.
I just can't. Listen.
I'm getting into my opinion.
Okay, go ahead. The floor is yours.
I absolutely love this song. I really think it's creative doing it in the third person because I remember first listening to it. I don't think I was paying good enough attention as I should have when I was first listening to it, but I went back and I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, he's not talking about the guy who ruined his life. He's talking about himself ruining his own life. He's mentioned, like you said, he's mentioned in the past, his addiction to drugs and alcohol and that kind of thing. Yeah, it just takes a toll, not just on yourself, but on the people around you. He's mentioned like losing someone that he's really loved in his life due to the mistakes that he's made, how he's had to really just buckle down and make changes. That symbolism of replacing the man you were with the man you are now by opening up your mind and your heart to new things that will save the things around you that you really do love and care for. I just think that's really beautiful. I mentioned when we did the first review, my favorite kind of country is old school sound country and just country that's sort of like a storytelling. I love storytelling in country music. It's such a beautiful thing when you can tell the story, and he tells such an amazing story with this song. Yeah, he killed a man, but not like a literal man. He kills the man that he was in order to be the man that he is now. When you change is possible, but you have to be willing to change, and you have to be willing to let go of the things that drag you down, the things that made you who you were in order to become the man or the woman that you want to be, that you need to be for yourself and for the people around you. So I just think that was told beautifully in this song. I felt the emotion of it. I love the sound. I love everything about this track. This is not only my favorite song on the Long Bed version, but I think it's my favorite on F-1 Trillion in general. I love this song. This is 10 out of 10 for me.
No, you said it so well. It is such an emotionally driven song. And I'm not saying it's a terrible song, but the way you said it was perfect.
Makes you want to bump it up a couple scores, right?
Okay, maybe I'll give it a 6 out of 10, okay? But
listen. Yeah! I'm just messing with y'all.
We accept opinions.
We accept opinions.
Welcome to the Opinion Podcast.
That's the new podcast. But okay. Cast. It's okay to disagree, y'all. Just as long as there's love in the end. We got love.
You can disagree with your friends, just don't be mean. Don't be mean.
I wasn't being mean.
I knew you weren't being. I was saying it to you.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next song. Track number 4, Ain't How It Ends. In a country song. Ain't How It Ends.
Oh, yay. Okay, yeah. Sorry. I just had to think of it. I've had a long day.
It's all good. Tell the people. Talk to these people.
All right, people. This song is... I can't get a word out.
It ain't how this ends.
It is how it ends. I can't speak. Usually country songs, like when people are telling stories, it usually has a sad ending. That's why country songs are written a lot of times, like in such a sadder way, is because like a breakup happened, somebody passed away, there was something emotionally driven to tell a story about, and it's usually something that's not super happy or exciting unless it's a party song. He's just kind of complimenting that in this song. He's just saying, like, you could change, I could change, we could get back together, we could fix whatever problem was, but that's not how these country songs go. It's not how it goes, so it's not going to happen because that's just not how it's written out.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually like perfectly explained right there. When you listen to country music, you listen to like the storytelling of like the songs and just in general of how you think it goes, and that's just how he is describing it here. That's just the way you want it to end. It's just not how it ends in a country song.
Yeah, he wants to live that country life, so he's got to have that country song.
Got to have that country ending, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought the song was okay. It was, it's an okay song. It's a good song. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
This one kind of had to grow on me a little bit more, and the more I listen to it, the more that I have come to appreciate it. I do think it is one of my favorite songs on this side. I don't know if I'd like put it in like the top 3, but I definitely do. I definitely really did like it more than I did when I first listened to the album, because I probably would have said 6.5 at first, but I would give it a 7 out of 10.
That's a good rating for the song.
I would think so.
We almost matched.
It was really just the one song I think we were going to have problems with.
Oh, okay.
But
thank you for sharing.
We're all good now, folks.
Okay, it's okay. We're friends again.
Track number 5, going on to "Hey Mercedes."
Oh,
I like that.
So fun.
I love that title. What do you think?
I know the title is so cute. This song really feels like a true staple Post Malone country song, because it's a little bit of cheesy, the right amount of cheese, and it's the right amount of traditional country almost, maybe, and traditional like storytelling where, like, you know, it's like a love at first sight song. And I mean, a lot of country songs are like that. A lot of songs across all the genres are like that. Everybody has like that love at first sight like feeling or song, or you see it in a movie, you read it in a book, and this is Post's love at first sight song. This,
You okay over there?
No, I talked so much today. I wrote in green ink today, so I can't read it. It flows very well, and it sounds very natural. You listen to it once, and you're like, yeah, that's a great song, is what I'm trying to say.
It definitely has like that sort of like laid back classic sort of feel to it. You just put it on, like, oh yeah, that's a really good song. There are just some songs like that you may have never heard before, but like it just has that classic sort of sound, like, oh yeah, that's just a classic song. I really like that song.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I love that I can get out like a few words of a sentence to like try and get my point across, but then you can come back in and you can kind of re-explain it so it makes sense.
That's why we're partners. That's why we're friends.
Yeah, I just spit out words and you're like, yeah, I know what you mean.
I got you. I got you, homie.
Thank you.
Of course. But yeah, no, I'm totally in agreement with that. The message maybe is a bit cheesy and generic, but you know, that's just how it goes for some people.
Yeah,
it's just a love at first sight sort of thing. I love the upbeat feel of the song. It definitely has like an old school. I do want to say, just in general, the second half, the long bed version of F-1 Trillion definitely has a much more laid back. That's not laid back, but like old school sound.
Yeah.
Storytelling sound of country sort of vibe to it in comparison to the first one. I think the first half is definitely more like modern sounding. This is definitely something deeper message wise, something deeper I think he wanted to create, but just wanted to make sure that he was going to be able to create it while also giving like the country fans, just people in general, just kind of what they wanted, like with the first half, like that more modern sound. But I think this is something a little bit more for himself this half.
Yeah, he really starts to get into it.
Definitely. But I really like the song. It's just an upbeat, happy sort of feel. And I just love the lyrics. I love how he sounds on it. He definitely is just delivering this sort of happy, cheesy-go-lucky sound. And that's okay that it's a little cheesy. That's okay that it has that kind of vibe, because I think it works really well with his voice and everything.
Yeah, like it's cliche, but it's still good because the theme of the song itself is cliche.
That's a good word for a cliche.
I really love the lyrics in the song too. I wrote down a good chunk of the lyrics just because I really like them. Had to have me a quick cigarette, and now all that I know is I'm glad I ain't quit yet. You never know, girl. It might just be fate or a damn good time. It could be fate or it's a bad time. Either way, I am glad it's happening. Even if we break up, even if it doesn't work out, I am still glad this is happening. He's not nervous. He's not, you know what I mean? When there's love at first sight, you're just like, I don't care what happens. Like,
as long as it happens with you.
I love you.
Yeah.
It's fine. When did you rate this song?
That great lyrics combined with a really great melody. I didn't mention that before, but I love the melody of this song so much.
Mm-hmm.
All that combined, I actually gave it an 8 out of 10.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, you had me scared.
I just love Kill the Man so much.
Okay.
That I think when I saw your rating, it like tore me up a little bit inside. But I think we're all good now.
Okay, I'm glad. Okay, I feel better.
Moving on to track number 6. And this is not me saying it to anybody. This is just the title of the song. Go to Hell.
I'll say it to people. No, that's not nice.
It's not. It's not. If you heard the song, it's not what you would think when you first read it in the track list.
Yeah, I liked the twist.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and dive into your thoughts.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to start.
You don't want to start with this one?
This song, okay, I'll start with a fact before I get into my opinion. This is the longest song on Long Bed.
It is, but I think it's also important to point out that like pretty much half of the song doesn't really have anything to do with the song itself. It kind of has like a switch up.
I really like the instrumental to the song. I will start with saying that. I'm going to start on the most positive notes that I can. I really like the instrumental to the song. It sounds so good. The lyrics could have gone a little harder. The lyrics, okay, I'm just gonna say it. It lost points for me in the beginning when he said, "Yeah, buddy." I took points off just for that because what the hell was that? Is it 2013 Post Malone? Have you been holding this in, trying to find an excuse to say that somewhere, not have people make fun of you? I hate it.
She going in.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take that. The first time I listened to it, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Am I being pranked? This is ridiculous."
Ashton Kutcher, where you at?
Oh.
Remember that show? Punked.
I thought I was being punked. I mean, that's really it. It's a good song, but I really didn't like when he said, "Yeah, buddy." I don't know why it stung me so badly.
Let's kill you like that.
I'm sorry. I was like, all right, this isn't a real song. Not like that. Like this is a prank song.
The real song's coming up, and that kind of is how it feels when like you get to like the switch up and like it completely changes up. It kind of feels like, oh wait, so this isn't a real song. Here's the real song, but at the same time, it kind of ends. It just kind of ends.
Yeah.
It's definitely saved by its production, by its instrumental, that old school sound. When you come in like really fast paced in the second half, but it definitely saved this song for me. It gave me some couple higher points than I probably would have rated it. This is kind of leaning into the concerns that I had for him doing a country album. I think this is one of the few tracks that feels a little bit generic, but not generic like in the modern sound, but generic more like in the old school sound that I really enjoy from country music, which was a little disappointing because I thought he shined the most when he was doing the old school sort of sound of country. Mm-hmm. But here, I don't think it entirely worked. It just kind of felt like something you could have pulled from like any like old school country album and probably could have heard from someone else. I don't really feel like there was a lot of originality brought to this song. Not much, if anything. It was just like, oh yeah, she could tell you to go to hell and make you like it. That's something. It didn't feel special. I'm not saying like every song has to be like this crazy, creative, out of the box kind of sound, kind of vibe, kind of lyrically. It doesn't lyrically need to be that all the time. But I also feel like it just was a bit sluggish here. I don't think he shined as well here as he did on some other songs in comparison. So I do think this is one of the weaker songs on the second half. What did you rate it?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I rate it in a minute.
You wrote it?
I hope I didn't write it. Sorry, Post. I'll tell you what I rated it in a minute. I do agree with you. The song's a little mid, and like, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I stuttered too much.
No, you're good.
It's over for me.
I'll say I would have lyrically rated this like a 5 out of 10, but I think the production, the vibe, the instrumental just definitely bumps it up a bit. So I'd say I'll give this a 6 out of 10.
That's a good point. Lyrically, it was kind of meh, but the instrumental was really good. But I gave the song a 6 out of 10.
I think this might actually be my least favorite from this half.
It's down there.
But let's go ahead and move on. Track number 7, Two Hearts. What did you think?
This is probably one of my favorite breakup songs that I've ever heard because I don't really listen to them a lot or relate to them really. This is one of like the better breakup songs that I've heard. It not only talks about what happens when you break up with somebody that you loved or thought you loved, but when those two hearts break into two, then you have multiple broken pieces. Like it's not just that person. It's if you have kids, their worlds are shattered. In the song, there are lyrics. Little girls, only 2 and 3, can't even spell custody. So, like, those kids...
That was a good lyric.
Now they got divorced parents. They got 2 Christmases. They got 2 birthdays. You know what? As a child of divorce, it's not that bad. But anyway. If they have pets, sometimes the pets get split up. And maybe those pets are bonded. Or maybe one person gets the pets and then the other person doesn't get them. Everything just splits apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah. And I am really glad that he wrote a song like this because like you do hear a lot of breakup songs, and it mainly is just told about the perspective of the said person singing the song, like how it affects them personally. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that because like you should definitely express how you feel when you break up with somebody. Like But yeah, when you break up with somebody that you're in a deep relationship with, that you really love, and it could be any kind of relationship. This isn't just about breaking up with like your boyfriend or your
Oh
girlfriend.
no.
Like there are marriages that get breaking up, stuff like this all the time, and it's sad to see. But it's good that he is explaining it from points of view of all people. Like, yeah, like if you're married and you have a family, like, and you get divorced, like, yeah, those kids are losing so much. It's not just about what you're losing. They're losing so much. Your parents could potentially be losing like a son-in-law or a daughter-in-law that they really loved, that they really cared for. Pets are forced to be broken up into like different homes, and like that could be a lot on them. There's a lot of moving parts that
Who
are
gets
just,
the house? Who has to find a home?
yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
It is a lot, and I'm glad that he explained that on this song, that he wrote a song like this. This is truly what it means when you break up with somebody, when two hearts break and it just doesn't work anymore. Like pieces just fall apart more and more and more.
Oh yeah.
I think it was beautifully explained. I love the song lyrically. He sounds amazing on it. Like he really expresses the emotion of what it's like to break up with somebody and how it affects just everything in your life, not just you personally, just everything around you. I really love this song.
I love the song too. It's not just about you, it's about everything around you. It's like the butterfly effect. I love the butterfly effect. You make one decision, you leave somebody, and then all this other stuff is just going to start happening.
Exactly. I would probably rate this song, I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Ooh, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Close. It's so well written, and I liked it a lot. I don't really relate to these kinds of songs or really care for them that much, but I really liked this one. Probably because it's probably favoritism because it's Post Malone. But
moving on, track number 8, Who Needs You?
What a great song to follow up Too Hard with.
Yeah, these songs definitely kind of pair with one another hand in hand.
Yeah.
So, what did you think?
I really like this song. I think this is one of my favorite songs on the entire album, F-1 Trillion, because it's just... Okay. I try not to be super, like, spiteful and petty now, because I've had a glow up, but, like, I've had a glow up since COVID, but I love a good, spiteful, silly, fun song just to kind of say something along the lines of, I could do anything I put my mind to. Like, I can make myself upset, I can fall on my own ass, I can pick myself back up, I can do anything that I want. I don't need you around me to do any of this. Like, I got it. You ever have someone in your life, someone negative in your life, that they think that you can't survive without them? They need to do everything for you or make all your decisions for you. You ever had somebody like that?
I don't know if I've had somebody like that exactly, but I've seen it with other people. We've seen it with a lot of people. I think a lot of people we know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've seen that with people. But like, it's true. There are just some people who they think that they're just the center of the world, and when they get in a relationship with somebody, they become the center of their universe. They're this, they're that, and that if they do break up with them or they choose to leave them, they think it's just going to destroy them. It's like you're just taking their whole world away if you leave. Like, no, he's just singing here like like you're not that special. Like, I cared about you, but like you're not all that special. I'm just fine. I could do everything that you're doing to me, to myself, if I chose to. I'm not going to choose to do that, but like that's exactly what he's saying. I love it. I think it's really fun, really cool sort of storytelling with a fun, like, sort of like background. The music is very fun to listen to, just itself.
Yes, it's so fun. And you said it great. That's like, it has such a great message, and then the other side of it is that it's a good reminder for people who need that reminder. You don't need that person in your life. If they're affecting you more negatively than positive, and they're controlling or they're just mean or bothering you, you don't need them. It's okay to get rid of them, and it's really nice to have that reminder for people who need that reminder.
There's nothing wrong with being alone.
Oh yeah, you can be alone. You can have a cat. It's going to be fine.
Exactly.
You can have a cat, a dog, a chinchilla, whatever you want.
And you'll find somebody that's special for you, but not think that they're so special that they become your whole universe and that you'll just fall apart without them.
Yeah, you'll find your person, and then you'll be your own person with that person who's also being their own person, and then you'll be two people together in a normal relationship.
This is getting kind of silly. What is your rating of this song?
Oh, hold on, I'm not done yet.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. You saw my notes. I wrote a lot for the song, but I basically have said it all already, actually. Shut up.
You told me, oh wait, I'm done, but
Hang
like, no,
on.
I'm actually done. I'm not done. No, wait, I'm actually done.
Hang on. I wrote little side notes because I ran out of paper on my little on my little scrap paper. I have a little piece of scrap paper and I ran out of room, so I had to write on the side of it. I really like when Post Malone says, "Eat 'em alive, Larry," and then he just has this most incredible like violin solo.
That's something I do
love
like in
it.
country music, where they shout out the people in their bands, and like the
Yeah,
band just
see?
goes off.
See, that's how you do it. You don't go, "Yeah, buddy," and then just go into some riff.
We see he fixed it.
He did fix it. I'll give him that.
What's your rating of the song?
I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I love the song.
I gave it a 9 out of 10. Definitely one of my
Ooh.
favorites from this side. I love this song. And with that, we're gonna move on to the last track.
The last one. We went through it so fast this time.
This version is basically half of the first version.
Oh yeah.
I mean, literally, there's only 9 tracks on here. The other version had 18 tracks, so it's literally cut in half.
No, that's true.
Number 9, final track, Back to Texas. What did you think?
I love this song. This is my favorite song on Long Bed.
Really?
This is my favorite song on Long... Really?
I really just read Kill the Man notes.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay, that's fair. I have cat hair on my knee. This is also the shortest song on the album by like 2 minutes compared to, I think, the song right before this.
Yeah, a lot of the songs on this side of the album are a lot shorter.
Yeah, they go by kind of quick, but I feel like the ones on Long Bed, they kind of tell a little bit more of a story because it's just Post, so he's got to make sure he tells the full story. When he has a feature, it's kind of cool because then it's it's a collaboration. But
They also have to have their perspective. I didn't mean to jump in.
Yes. No, you're fine. You're right. But I love this song, and this is such a great song to end the entire album with because, fun fact, he's from Texas. He grew up in Syracuse, New York, but he moved when he was like, 10 years old?
Yeah, like he pretty much is a Texas boy. That's where he was grown and raised, pretty much.
Yeah, he was a country boy. He's a country boy at heart, and he finally wrote a country album. And I love this song. I feel like if I went up to somebody and I was talking to somebody and we started talking about Post Malone and I mentioned this album and they go, "Oh, I didn't even know he made a country album." I would play this song and I would be like, "This is the album." I would play this song because it's, I don't know. You could pick a different song off of just Long Bed and it'd be understandable, but this song is such a good first impression of Post Malone's take on country, I feel.
I would agree with that.
Thank you. And I mean, this is such a great song to end the album because after he's told all of these stories, he's told every tale that he can imagine, and now he's like, "All right, gotta take my ass back home. I've had it."
I actually didn't think about it like that, but you're right. Like, he gave you like a whole album. He gave you like a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different vibes, and now he's just saying like, "Okay, I hope you had fun. I had fun telling this story.
Yeah.
We've been all over the place, but I think it's finally time for me to take myself home."
It's such a good closer. I love the chorus for this. It gets stuck in my head the most out of any song on this album. The song is stuck in my head all the time. I love this song.
It is very catchy, and I think that's where he shines the most. Where you have something that's very catchy that gets stuck in your head, but at the same time can have like something that's a bit deeper and lyrically something that can stay with you.
Yeah.
That's definitely this song.
Mm-hmm.
What would you rate it?
I gave it a 10. This is great.
I gave it a 9.
Okay, that's fair.
I did like it.
That's good.
I loved it, actually. The
Okay.
9 is really good. So I definitely love this song. You got anything else you want to say about it?
No.
Well, all right,
Okay.
because that's it, folks.
That's the album.
What did you top 3? We did this before with the original F-1 Trillion. So what would you say is your top 3 on this?
My top 3 on this?
Yeah.
Well, there's only 9 songs, so that's like a third of the album. But it would be Back to Texas, number 1. Who Needs You, number 2. Number 3, let me see that track list. Probably Dead at the Honky Tonk, because I love that one too. So those are my top 3.
My top 3, I would definitely Kill the Man. 10 out of 10.
I knew it.
10 out of 10. My favorite song overall. That's official. I love this song. I go back and listen to that one over and over again. So, Kill the Man. I loved Hey Mercedes. I would put that in my top 3. I'm kind of torn between Falling in Love and Who Needs You. I'll say Falling in Love.
Ooh.
I technically ranked Who Needs You a bit higher, but I really did love the laid-back vibe of Falling in Love. How that vibe of like country and pop. So yeah, Kill the Man, Hey Mercedes, Falling in Love. That's my top 3.
That's a good top 3.
And what's your rating of Long Bed overall as an album?
Long Bed overall, I think based on rating each individual song, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a solid addition to F-1 Trillion.
Yeah, I think it's a good pair. It's definitely something different. He definitely split it up very well between like both sides. So I would say in its own way, it's also, I think I rated F-1 Trillion a 7 out of 10. I don't know, I can't remember if it was 7 or 7.5. So I would put it about in the same ranking. I'd say it's about a 7 out of 10. It's very strong on its own, and I think it's a good pair to the original standard version of F-1 Trillion. All right, folks, and with that, yep, it was a shorter album, so it's a shorter episode. We want to thank you for listening, of course, to the first episode, and when this posts, we hope that you'll stick around with us and listen to this one again.
Yeah, thank you for listening. We've got some more things we want to talk about, and then some other things that have come up since we've posted that we will want to talk about in the future.
Yeah, I just want to say, I know there's been a lot of Post Malone talk in these reviews. We love Post Malone, but it's not just
this, post that. It's it's been all about Post, and he's been getting a little too much hype.
We'll be talking about a lot of different other things as we go on this Duck Squad podcast journey. We got a lot of different types of music, a lot of different things in general. Like we got a lot of different other kinds of reviews that we got coming up soon. So yeah, stick around. We got plenty more coming.
Yeah, we got a lot coming out. It's going to be really fun.
A lot of special guests as well. It's not just going to be the two of us. Even though we're a good pair, we're a good host. We're a good hosting pair.
We're pretty good. We're pretty good at accepting opinions too.
We accept opinions.
But we'll have some guests. Maybe my cat Arlo will come out and say hello one of these days. He always has good opinions, I think, in music. He likes music.
What do you think of the album? Did he say?
He hasn't told me yet. I think he's still collecting his thoughts.
We'll come back to him.
Takes a little bit. He's shy.
All good. We'll come back to him.
Tell us what you thought of it. I want to know your favorite song. I want to know your favorite lyric. I want to know your least favorite song. I want to know...
We want to know everything. We're up on Spotify. We're up on YouTube. So please feel free to give us a follow. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. You can leave comments on both. So please, we want to know what you think of.
Oh yeah.
What you think of this album? Again, what you think of the original F-1 Trillion? What you would like to see going forward? Because there's a lot of different things that we want to do, but we also just want to hear from you guys and the fans. What you would like to see us do?
Now that you can post comments on Spotify and make polls, it's very fun. And as you've noticed, if you looked at our previous episode on Spotify, we did put out a poll to test it out, and we wanted to see what you guys listen to next. And believe it or not, you guys requested us to talk about Long Bed, which was such a coincidence because we already planned on it. So we planned really well.
We planned on a pair-to-pair review, so it worked out very well.
Yeah, so thanks for voting, guys.
And make sure you stick around because we definitely got some other things coming up that aren't F-1 Trillion, that are just Post Malone.
Yes, we love Post Malone, but I promise we'll talk about some other stuff. Like Tyler, the Creator, has said he's going to post a new album pretty soon, in like a week. He's
got a new album coming out soon. Definitely want to check that out.
It's going to be so good.
A lot of things on the horizon coming. So we do hope that you join us on this journey through this podcast. Anything else?
Be well. Be good. Don't be mean. And
accept opinions.
And just be nice.
Try a little act of kindness. I heard that on a TV show. Yeah, just start a chain of kindness, and the chain will start many, many more.
As long as you don't order 55 burgers, 55 tacos, 55 fries, you can be as nice as you want.
Just order the Krabby Patty meal from Wendy's while it's still there. It was good.
It is good, but it's like $15 here.
Yeah,
14.
Don't get it all the time, but it's really good.
It is good.
SpongeBob was back there cooking.
He is flipping patties.
All right. Well, with that, if you don't have anything else,
I am good. If you are,
stick around. We'll be back soon with plenty more reviews. But for now, this has been the Duck Squad Podcast.